Okay guys, welcome back to the Dusty Shop. This isn't the normal kind of dust we make around here, but I wanted an anvil. And we got this one. It's pretty cheap. But, well, we got it pretty cheap because the heel is completely off of it. We're going to fab up a new heel and weld it to this anvil. Then reface the entire face of it with welding rod. Just going to build up weld and grind it flat. Now, I've got just a piece of wire on here to hold it. What I'm thinking here, and this is just strictly experimental, and it's never going to be the same. It's broken, and it could just be registered as scrap, or just flatten this and use it as is. You could do that. I'm just going to do this because I want to. So I've ground this. This used to be all, after the heel broke, there was a big hunk of broken material out here. This is cast iron. It's a really old anvil. It's cast iron to the best of my recollecting. And it had, I'm assuming, a steel face on it, which is all just completely gone. It's just out of shape, and it's really rough. The horn seems to be in pretty good shape. Hang on a second. Let's see. You know, it's got some. It seems to be not cracked, or I don't think it's ruined. Anyway, so I've made this as my template. And what I'm going to do, because I want to have the hardy hole back in it, I'm going to fabricate 5 of these out of 3/4 inch plate steel. And I'll put 2 on. Then I'm going to leave a space and just cut one of these down. And I'm going to leave, in the laminating, I'm going to leave the space for the hardy hole. I'm going to create the square hole. The short story is that. Now, the reason I've decided to laminate this is my own idea, but instead of getting one huge hunk of steel and just perimeter welding it. Hi, Kayla. Kayla's here to check on us. Instead of just perimeter welding just the one hunk of steel, then it would be really hard for me to get my square hardy hole in there. So I'm going to put one piece on, perimeter weld out here, then I'm going to weld it to the back of the anvil, then put the next piece on and weld it on the top, and then into so each piece will be welded to this section of the anvil. What do you think, Kayla? Say hey. Hi. So that's the plan. Then because this is tapers off so far from level, I've got this chamfered. Then when all these pieces get on, then we'll run a big bead of weld here. Then fill all this in and grind it flat. That's the plan. So, and this ledge, see, I've ground it to where we're sitting on a ledge here. So these pieces will be, they have a solid foundation down here on this solid ledge of the base. So, and that's what it's going to look like. So I'll keep you posted. I've got this ground pretty much where it's about ready. I got to get my parts ready. And I'll come back on the next video and I'll get this thing preheated to about 400 degrees. Then we're going to probably spend all day welding it, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have to go in stages and reheat it and let the not go too crazy on the weld. I'm going to try not to, break it, blow it up as we're welding. So that's the plan.
Peace out.
Peace out. Alright. We're changing plans a little bit on our anvil restoration. I was gonna get 5 pieces of 3/4 plate made to this template size and stack it on there and weld it. But I don't want to put much money into that, and that was gonna be, I had this railroad track. Had some railroad track, and I said to self, let's cut that down. This is too long, but when you put this up here, use my little shim to hold it, obviously. Now, this is wider than I need. I need to cut it down, and I'm going to take about half of that length off. That's way too much. I mean, it does look cool. But I think that's just way too much weight, and I just don't need it. So I'm going to cut it about half. I'm going to get this welded all on, and this is a little bit high, but look how far down the anvil is. I'm really going to be filling in all of this with just welding rod. I'll have to take a little bit of this so that sits down some more. Level's about right there. So we'll have to take about 1/4 off of that to drop it some, and then I'm going to fill all this in and then face the plate off. Now, and then that takes care of our top. As far as this down here being filled in all the way, I'm not sure yet how far we want to go with that. Do I want to make little pieces and weld them in there? I'm not sure. But that's where we're at. I ran out of acetylene. So, it's Sunday today. We'll have to go and get tanks filled tomorrow. But that's where we're at. Have a good day. Well, let's see how our project's coming along in the cooker. It's only 190. I'll close it back up, cook it. Alright gang, we got the top off of our oven here. She's sitting at about, it's rated about 400. So I'm gonna leave it obviously in the oven, and I'm gonna see about getting this tail piece. I got it jammed up here with another piece of rail track. And that's how that's gonna be.